It's really precious and important to capture, our elders before they leave us. And as much as my mum's really humble and she didn't want to seem important, she's important to us, and to have that record is really priceless. It feels really good to have some permanent memories on record. I've often thought about doing some of those, for my grandchildren books. I've actually got some of my mum's memories. She's written them down by hand in pencil in an exercise book, and I asked her to do that. I thought it might be helpful for her, and I haven't finished transcribing them yet, which feels really bad because she gave them to me about 8 years ago. So it's really good. It's actually a weight off for me. I'm like, there we go. We have a memoir of sorts, recorded for posterity. And I know that even though my kids are a bit young at the moment, they're teenagers and pre-teens, they're not super interested because they've got Granny just across the deck and they hear her stories all the time. But in the future, when she's not with us, I know it's going to be really special. So my mum was a bit horrified at the idea of us making a movie about her, because she thinks it makes it look as if she thinks she's important. And she's like, I'm not important, I'm just a blip. But I said, look, you're important to us, you're our treasured historical artefact, and we want to record you while we can. When I first saw her films, I was really relieved, and I was really stoked. I thought she looked really good. She looked surprisingly comfortable. I was worried if she'd come across as really self-conscious, because she was quite worried about doing it. And I did hear during the day, I heard, oh gosh, there's lots of lights and equipment, and I thought, oh gosh, I hope she didn't look, wound up or worried. But you obviously made her comfortable, and even got her to laugh a few times. So yeah, it went really well. Dave was great to work with. I wasn't here on the day of the shoot, so I didn't work with him directly very much at all, but I did hear through my cousin, who worked as a support person, and my mum, that he was really warm and friendly, and did his best to put her at ease, and made all the equipment set up and everything as unintrusive as possible. It's a bit of a chunk, especially at this cost of living crisis time of life, but we would share it between the 4 daughters, and it's great value. When you see how much time goes into the setting up, and I can't imagine all the time that goes into editing, then yeah, it's a once in a lifetime, literally. I didn't have too many concerns about the filming process, because I'm aware my mum's been on TV before, and she's very thoughtful and she's very articulate, so I knew, I was confident she'd come across well. My mum had some concerns about not wanting to reveal, not wanting to reveal too much, not wanting to destroy anyone's privacy. Basically, she's talking about her family, and she's very aware that she's talking about her daughters and her grandchildren and her sons-in-law, and she didn't want to share anything that wasn't hers to share. But then we were able to reassure her. You sent through the list of questions, and I showed those to her and explained how we could prioritise them, and if there are any questions she didn't want to answer, that would be fine. And then also Kat, my mum's niece, my cousin, she was able to come and be the support person, and we know Kat's a great advocate, so if my mum didn't want to answer something, I knew Kat would back her up on that. So as far as if there was anything I didn't know, in the director's cut, no, I think I had heard all of those stories and heard of all those people, but it was great to have it recorded in your own words. In the full-length movie, there was actually a story I'd never heard before, so that was really cool. That was cool to hear something new and go, oh, I didn't know that. Didn't know you had that experience. So.